Hey everyone, welcome back. And to be honest with you, I thought we were done for the day. I thought we were done. I thought we were taking a break and checking out. But like I literally just said in the last video, the Bravo news doesn't stop doing its thing. It's like a snowball that just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And everyone has been talking about the Carl Radke Lindsay Hubbard split, right? Everyone is thinking, is this for more fame? Are you guys doing something to kind of mock what Scandival did? Are you guys doing this to save your show? Was it a publicity stunt or was it real? Did he cheat? Did he get somebody else pregnant? Was there a quote unquote mistress? So many different salacious narratives have been put out there, and finally they are, well, putting out their own statement. It looks like they're taking control over their narrative, and People Magazine got the letter. And I'm not surprised that People Magazine got the letter, because People Magazine also got the engagement photos, if you guys remember, like when Paige DeSorbo was on the reunion and she's like, you don't just get engaged and then the next day all of a sudden a People Magazine article comes out with all of these photos and everything. This is planned, calculated, and you guys like fame. So we're going to get into the letter. Before we do all the YouTube things, hit the like button. Let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, you guys. So we know that Carl and Lindsay, something happened because in August, in the first couple weeks of August, she had her bridal shower. At her bridal shower, Carl ended up showing up, right? Everything seemed like it was great. And then boom, next thing you know, it's all over the place, all over Instagram and social media, that Carl and Lindsay are splitting up. You see articles that say Lindsay is devastated. You see Carl getting on a plane and going to Minnesota, and everyone's wondering, what are you doing in Minnesota? Then they're saying that Lindsay refuses to come out of her $11,000 a month apartment in New York, but then you see where she's in Portugal. So nothing was really adding up in this story. But now People Magazine, like I said at the very beginning of this video, has obtained the letter that was sent to family and friends from Carl and Lindsay. And this is what the letter said, word for word, verbatim. Oof. They wanted to apparently announce the news and apologize for any confusion or inconvenience. They said, words cannot possibly express how difficult the last 2 weeks have been for Lindsay and I. We are so incredibly sorry to all of our guests for the confusion and lack of communication. We were left trying to figure out how this all exactly happened before we could even have the opportunity to determine the path forward amongst ourselves. There have been a lot of false narratives and misunderstandings that have been made, and this has made this all more painful, but sadly at this time, we are not moving forward with the wedding. The fact of the matter is, Lindsay is devastated, and I'm crushed with how all of this transpired. I graciously ask for some patience and grace to heal and recover while we navigate this extremely difficult time. Acknowledging that their guests' commitment of money and time was already a lot, I don't take this lightly. We are super grateful for the love and support you have shown us, and will do what we can to help with any costs associated with changing plans. Carl then discussed the alternative plans that their loved ones could pursue, including still going to Mexico for a vacation or canceling their reservations altogether, before concluding his note saying, I'm sorry again that this has become such a mess. Thanks for the unconditional love and support during this tough time. We will be in touch with further updates. With love, Carl. Now, the interesting thing here is if you guys didn't see, Ashley Darby was on Page Six's virtual reality podcast. And when she's like, I'm not buying it until they say something, because the last time I saw them, they seemed really smitten with each other. She said, I'm not buying that they're breaking up until they actually say they're breaking up. They said that they're calling off of a wedding, but they didn't say this split. And this is still coming from him and his side. This isn't coming from Lindsay. I'm so confused. And they're still following each other on social media, on Instagram. Like if you take a look right here, you go to Carl and you go to following and you type in Lindsay. Okay, here she is. And then if you go over to her following and you type in Carl right here. So a lot of this seems really confusing. And I think this goes back to, if they do end up staying together, which it's their prerogative, they can do whatever they want. I think that this is more confusing for guests, because the guests are like, what exactly is going on here? This doesn't make sense to us. And maybe they don't care that it doesn't make sense. But wait, getting back to the rest of it, because this keeps going. Now, the other part that I didn't understand was in the article that came out talking about Carl and Lindsay, they were mentioning how this has been a difficult time and that they're trying to figure it out. But then friends are saying that they're not buying, that they're actually breaking up. And then they were also saying that ratings for Summer House, that they needed something to boost the ratings. Now this almost feels like a pre-produced like concoction of things, because why would you just put out one statement from your side about the split? That's not a split because you haven't acknowledged a split. You just acknowledged that you canceled a wedding. And why wouldn't Lindsay be a part of that People magazine statement? Do you see what I'm saying? And then if in fact you did need to put out more information to keep this going, this is the perfect way to do it, because even though you apologize to everybody, it didn't really give anybody an answer as to what was really going on. In mid-August, Lindsay celebrated her bridal shower at Cathedral Restaurant in New York City. And she said, "I have such an amazing group of girlfriends that were not going to let me get away without having a bridal shower. They've been in my life for such a long time, and they've been on this crazy roller coaster of a journey to find love with me right by my side through every single relationship." She said, "I feel so lucky and blessed to have the girlfriends that I have and to be able to celebrate the biggest moment of my life with them before that next chapter. It's just such a special treat to be able to do that." She told People magazine at the time that her and Carl had been finalizing wedding details, saying, "It's so sweet to see Carl as we keep checking to-dos off of our list as it's getting closer. We're literally 3 months away at this point, and it's going by so fast. And then next thing you know, I'm going to be walking down the aisle." This, again, to me, I don't think I'm buying this. I don't think that this adds up. And I don't know why you're putting out a statement and not a joint statement. I don't know why you guys are still following each other. This feels like a TV breakup, which will eventually, if sources were right in the beginning, will not be a breakup. This will be something where they eventually get right back together. It's just going to take time, but this keeps us watching the show. But that's all speculation and conspiracy. So I want to hear what you guys think about this. I'm sure you're left just as confused as I am by this statement, but we weren't going to let the statement go without sharing it with you guys. So go ahead, comment below, give us the conspiracies. Let us know what you think. Do you agree with it? Do you not? Why wasn't she a part of it? I don't know, but comment below, smash the like button, show some love, and we'll see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.